It's an apology video. Welcome. How are you doing today? This is just a brief little interlude to, I guess, oh no, I guess it's an apology video. It's an apology video. You know that annoying thing that some YouTubers do where they're like, I haven't made any content because I have depression. And it's like, okay, but like, this is your only job and you can't even like make one video a month. I don't even make fucking money from YouTube. This is my hobby. This is my pastime. This is something I fucking love doing, dude. And I just can't fucking do it. Oh my god. Tragic, pathetic, devastating. Like, I uploaded a video a week ago that took me like 2 fucking months to finish editing because I just couldn't care. You know? Something wild about depression is just, you just find fucking joy in nothing. Your favorite things in the world, like, you get it. If you've experienced any kind of depression at all before, you probably get it. I think a lot of people get depression, but it doesn't last longer than 2 weeks. I have major depressive disorder, so the shit can last like 9, 12 weeks. It's bananas. It's bonkers. It's not a good time. But something happened in like early June that like slapped me in the face with like a bunch of old ass fucking severe trauma, and I started spiraling, and then I continued to spiral for a few months. So like, I did make some videos, but like, they were not good videos. There was a video I made talking about my fucking foot and my feelings. So anyway, this person that I care about and love just out of nowhere hit me with a like, hey, can you drive me to a doctor's appointment? And it was, I suppose, a doctor's appointment where they were going to have to be sedated, so they weren't allowed to, like, drive themselves to and from the appointment. I was like, sure, man, gotcha. So I drove this person to the appointment, and there was, like, a sign on the wall with, like, 2 of the phone numbers to the doctor's office that said, like, save these phone numbers in your phone so that, like, you'll know it's the doctor's office when they call and tell you, like, it's time to come pick up the patient that you're driving home. So I kicked it in the parking lot, sitting in my car. I caught up on some funny internet shit. Y'all know about that Reddit story that went viral where the guy had this like sex playlist, but like the music was really bad? Anyway, so then I get a phone call, and it's not a number to the doctor's office that I had saved, but I answered it, and it was the doctor, and they said, hi, is this so-and-so patient's friend person? And I said, yeah, that's me. And the doctor said, are you in the waiting room? And I said, no, I'm kicking in my car in the parking lot. What's going on? And he said, can you please come into the waiting room? I need to talk to you. And you know that like dried up SpongeBob meme where just like all the water's sucked out of him? That happened to my mouth, and I started to shake because I knew that meant something was wrong. So I went into the waiting room. I sat down, and the doctor came out, and he sat down on this seat next to me. It's one of those wide seats, you know, that they have at like medical places for fat people. You know, they're like a double wide seat. He sat down on one of those and had me come sit next to him in this shared seat. So I'm real close to this doctor, and he has this piece of paper, and he flips it over, and it's all of the internal imaging that they have done of the person I took to the doctor's office. And the shit looked real bad, dude. And the entire fact that they looked on the paperwork, saw me as the contact, and had me come talk in person. The doctor gave me the copies of all the photos that they took. They didn't give it to the patient. They gave it to me. And the doctor explained to me, like, there is a large mass and it's fucking big, dude. Oh my god. That has grown inside of the patient's body, and we suspect that it's probably not cancerous right now, but we do have to cut an entire chunk out of the patient's body. Otherwise, it will become cancer. Anyway, we're doing a biopsy. You can go back and wait in your car, and we'll call you once the patient is woken up from the anesthesia. Girl! So the clinic calls me when they're ready. They're ready for me to come pick the patient up. And as soon as I get the patient in my car, they're like, man, I beat that anesthesia. I didn't feel it at all. I'm fine. And insisted that I take them to go eat a bunch of food that they specifically were not allowed to eat, and told to me by the medical professionals that I was not supposed to allow them to eat. Like, I had to sign 2 different forms in order for them to release the patient into my car. And I was so scared about what could come back from the biopsy that not only had I been losing my mind for various reasons since, like June, this was now like a potentially life-threatening thing happening with someone that I really do love with all my heart, and I kind of just spaced out for like 3 days. Like, I genuinely don't remember most of last weekend. Like, I know I followed like the silly stuff on YouTube and Twitter with like Deft Noodles, like whatever, silly shit, but like, also shout out to Salvo Pancakes. Salvo, I'm telling you right now, your children will call me new mommy. So I didn't know what to do, and I didn't know if I should like ask this person in my life, like, did you get the biopsy results or the autopsy results? Oh my god. But finally, they told me that they'd gotten the results in a very nonchalant way. They were hanging out with a friend and was just like, "Oh yeah, by the way, not cancer." And I was just so relieved. And they acted like, yeah. I mean, I have to go. I have this thing where I stay in the hospital for 5 days, but my friend says that they'll smuggle me in some weed edibles, so it'll be fine. So not only have I been losing my mind for several months for my own stupid reasons, I really, really lost it when I thought that someone I care about could potentially have cancer, because I don't know anyone who's survived cancer. I have the BRCA mutation. I've talked about this before. I'm not trying to flaunt it, but it's just a thing. And all 3 of my mom's sisters died from cancer. My mom's dad, my grandpa, all of his sisters died from cancer. We don't win with cancer. So cancer fucking scares me, dude. I don't know what to tell you. But this loved one of mine does have a friend who had a similar issue in their organs, but that was cancerous, and apparently that friend of my loved one got to like stage 4 and fucking survived. So my loved one has the contact information of their friends, the survivors, like medical care providers. So, even if it gets bad, the person I love is confident that they'll be okay. I, on the other hand, am a nervous wreck. I'm a nervous wreck who can't even fucking publish proper YouTube videos. Danielle, get it together. What's wrong with you? Anyway, I want to thank you for listening. I feel like forgiveness is very important, so I want you to forgive yourself for the time that you wasted watching this video. And have a good day. Don't get cancer.